Hello and welcome back to Sarasi Plays Total War Warhammer 2, The War of the Beard. Where we last left off, I had wiped out the first of the Elven factions that we've encountered, the Bowmen of Orion, down in the very southern edge of the map. And we're going to finish securing the last of this Dwarven heartland, and then we're going to move out to the sea, to Ulthuan, to the land of the High Elves, and hopefully be able to take them out. Oh no. Are you serious? That's not Ulthuan, but those are the High Elves. Okay. I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous. See, I haven't sent anyone out to scout this map because I kind of want it to be a surprise to see what the AI did while we were gone. And we haven't officially met the High Elves yet. They seem to like us quite a bit right now, but that's going to change quickly. But what it looks like is they have already made it to the old world, and not just that, they're the ones who killed Clan Scryer. Okay, so they haven't taken out Bretonnia. That's what I was worried about, because it might meet up with the Empire at that point. Okay, so the Empire has pretty much united most of the Heartland. The vampires are kind of a problem, though, for them, so we're going to hopefully... The problem is Kislev has been keeping the vampires in check, too, and they're about to get whomped by chaos. All these armies right here. The first wave isn't that strong, actually, but it's significant enough that it can be a problem, especially for weaker factions. Bretonnia has apparently just decided to outright colonize all of Norska. I haven't seen this happen before. Oh, they have Crusader states all the way into the Sarlacc. That's ridiculous. I love it. Mortal empires can get so weird. I can't wait to see what it's like after the Chaos invasions. Alright, so we got everything building. We don't want to build up this place. We're just going to abandon it, and hopefully it will fall apart on its own and become a rebel state. Right. So the next step we got to do is to reclaim these lost territories and start recruiting the troops that we so desperately need. Wait a second. How much growth do I have? Not enough to reliably build these both back up. That's somewhat frustrating. Alright, we'll start sending you back up. In fact, I'm going to send you towards those settlements because you can keep them defended because you have a fully built up army. Yeah, we're going to need to re-recruit a bunch of units in these armies. The Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. They're neat, but Iron Breakers are just so much better, so I'm going to get rid of them. I'm here. Lord of Clan Borgrim. I'm going to hold on to these Quarrelers since they've been good for so long. They're veteran units. I'll see it done. Alright, we're going to make a beeline back for this region where we can get the units that we're looking for. My anger burns bright. I'll get on it. So we'll be able to re-recruit a bunch of Iron Breakers up here, hopefully. Yeah. What else can we build here? I think I'm just going to build a Hall of Oaths so that we can get Iron Breakers there too once it gets to max growth. This place is almost maxed out. Oh, and that's going to boost global recruitment. That's how the dwarves do it. Okay, I wasn't sure. But it's all these high-tier blue buildings that really buff up the global bonuses for the dwarves. This one doesn't do anything global. Neither does this. But these two give a ton of global bonuses, as does this. Alright, I'm starting to get a better feel. I haven't played this faction since the rework, so it's kind of neat to see what they've shifted around a bit. We've got this quest battle ready to go, but I don't want to do that until I have the homeland secured. And this army too, they're at full strength, so I'm going to send them south also. Alright. Oh, and one of my viewers, sorry, I can't remember your username right now, but you gave me recommendations for items to forge. You mentioned especially the Prospector's Spyglass, which gives plus 18% accuracy to all allies within 40 meters. And that's fantastic to give to the Master Engineers, so I'm definitely going to get one of those. You also recommended the Iron Warden's Tankard, which gives the regeneration. I have one of those so far, but having multiples of them would be really, really good for my other generals to make sure that they all are able to do their job. Alright, let's give that to him. Prospector's Spyglass. There we go. I don't want to give the really good items that I just forged to one of my weaker lords. And you've already got legendary stuff here. And you're the one who already has that regeneration ability.
I am the White Dwarf.
And your legendary items are already good enough without that stuff. So let's give it to Morik Red Axe, the general who's served us so well so far. Make you have regen. And your Thane can have that potion of strength, because you'll be doing a lot of the fighting. Yeah, I need to make sure these armies are all ready to go for Ulthuan, because the High Elves are the faction I'm most afraid of, because they're also my favorite faction in the game, and I have a healthy respect for their archers. That's why I'm buffing armor out the wazoo for when we get there. Ooh, that'll be where I go next. Oh, these are all good. Yeah, okay, I see where I'm going with this stuff. I might have one cannon with every army, just to make sure in case I run into dragons. And the rest of the army will be pretty much Ironbreakers, Bugman's Rangers, and Grudge Throwers. That's the plan anyway. I've got 4 armies right now. 2 of them are at partial strength. I think I'm going to recruit 1 more army to leave behind in the home regions in case something happens while we're out and about, as they say, oot and a boot in some parts of the country.
I will hear you.
And they want military access. I'll give it to you, but not for any money. Oh, neat. Okay, so they go all the way down to Sudenburg down there. Oh, and I fiddled with the diplomacy a bit before I started streaming, just so I could get that out of the way, since I know it's one of the more boring parts. And I did get a trade agreement with Tlaqua and a non-aggression pact with Karak Zorn down here. So my ties with the Southlands are ever increasing. I really hope the Empire doesn't get whomped. Oh. It looks as though the Wood Elves have just been wiped out by the Empire, and the Empire settled in the Sacred Tree. Oh, that's incredible. I wonder what happens when you take over. I definitely still want this. Wait a second. No, that just makes him strong. That makes his army anti-chaos, effectively. And that makes his army really, really good. But I still want that research bonus and the upkeep.
Trouble brews the distance feels like the doom I deserve.
This path is no more certain than that chosen for us by blind chance.
Well, they're out.
You know who I am? You have my axe. Targets. Master of craft. Thieving. Iron-willed.
Okay. Alright, this is faster. We're gonna get you all the way over here. Yeah, these are still... That's one of the problems with these old world factions, especially the dwarves, is their growth is just so sluggish. And this province I'm really worried about being able to retain because they're both so low level. But I am going to destroy that and start building a garrison, I think. Here is Mount Gunbad. Oh, that's going to be a problem too. Everywhere is just coming up problems. I'm not going to hold on to that place. Yeah, despite the terrible situation it looks like it's in, I think they're pretty okay right there. Alright, Thorgrim.
Take the realms.
Oh wow, they took out Numas. Awesome. Let's try to get to our city before they do. Because I don't want them taking out some of my provinces. Those are my dwarven lands. Mine. We've got Galbaraz and Beastmen, and those are our only grudges. Okay. The good news is if we do take these two settlements from the High Elves on the Astaliad coast, that'll give us a little bit more of a waypoint to refuel on the way to Ulthuan in case there's storms. Because storms in this game can cause attrition in your armies. And if I go all the way across the ocean to Ulthuan in the middle of the sea, there's a pretty good chance my armies will have been weakened by that point. I already know that I'm going to try to disembark the troops at Lothern, the capital, because if I can take them by surprise and capture the main city, I can pretty much build up a base from there that can conquer the entire island. It's one of the most profitable cities in the entire game. So, yeah, Empire took over all of the Valenwood. That's incredible. This could either go really well or really poorly from this point out. I'm gonna need to station our army down here in case Savage Orcs or Beastmen emerge. I think that's the most prudent. Yeah. Alright. We've got Raiding, Teller of Tales, Trait Cane, Engineer, Builder. Okay. Grombrindal.
Here now. Our enemies shall tremble. Scrunch. How can I help?
Yeah, they can't build up anything right now. Let's see. That is a really good thing, but I need a cannon in this army. And having one set of iron drakes in every army is probably a good safe bet.
On my way. Good. Grimnir's axe thirsts.
Alright, we'll get you here.
The High King moves. Lord of
Sven,
Borgrim.
you're gonna go up there too. Actually, no.
Casting
You
runes.
can go up to
On my
here and then start training rangers. Because you can have one more unit of rangers here. And a unit of iron drakes. What about these things? I want to know what I can find about. I never really used organ guns that much. It shoots a lot at once, but the problem is, like, and by the time the enemy get there, they're not gonna do enough. I don't even know if they have enough range to outrange Elven archers. Well, no, I'm pretty sure it's enough range for that. Stick with what you know. Alright, so they will train up those units. You will recruit a runesmith. Does that army need a runesmith? No, they have a rune lord. They could definitely use an engineer, though. Ooh, I could use that.
What can I do?
Increase mobility, standardized firing drill, and requisition. Perfect. You head south, join that army. What else can we raise? Got a rune lord and an engineer here. A rune lord. I could put an engineer here if I have enough. The thing is, I don't think I have enough engineer outposts. Oh, hey. You get a level up. I'm just gonna max out Deadly Blade, that's a good ability. Alright, Morik. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna stand and fight.
Getting out of here.
Let's try to get out of here.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
And get to Gorgazon if we can. So Sven,
What do you want?
you're about to get that. I think we're good for heroes, actually.
Yes.
Does anyone need an extra Thane, though? That's what I want to know. Now, these two are probably strong enough on their own that they don't need Thanes. We just need more units. Ah, we don't want that. Alright, what do we have here? Walls, tool tinkerers, and guild marketplace. Those things are really good. They give you 2 old gold return, and every single building gives you huge bonuses to trade and income in the province too. Those buildings alone are pretty much why the dwarven economy is the best. Okay. This is going to keep getting worse, but at least... Oh, I'm not taxing the province, so I'm actually going to get rid of that building. I have so much money anyway, it doesn't matter if I lose a bit in the process. Alright, these are almost done. I should have them done by the time I get to the High Elves over in Estalia. Because the good news is Tylea is not dead yet. So for those of you who don't know much about my history with the Total War series, I think I might as well just let you know. So I've been playing games from the Total War game series since I think it was when I was 11 years old that I got Medieval 1. That was on CD-ROM. It was one of the really, really old school games. And I played it so much. Something that they had in that game that they've never actually brought back since was they never have they have these custom voiced over endings for every single faction at the end of the campaign once you won. And I it was so cool. It added so much to the game. It made you feel like you'd accomplished something at the end of a campaign, and they've never brought that back. Like there have been like cutscene endings to campaigns, but they're very rarely customized for every single faction. That's the thing. Ooh, yeah, you're dead. So that's the reason that I really, really fell in love with Medieval 1, and also like I loved the Middle Ages. I'm actually a medieval historian, believe it or not. And so after that, I got Rome Total War after it came out, and the Barbarian Invasion DLC. Or that was before DLC. It was just an expansion set then. An expansion set that you had to buy in the store. Right. Grudge removed. I'll continue this when I not have things to do. Don't worry. I'll keep telling the story. I just need to focus so I don't miss anything important. Alright, run all the way up there.
Master of runecraft.
Those are almost done. You can't recruit this turn. Okay.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
What's up with you? Oh yeah, I wasted those points on you. That's okay. Obstinacy. That's real good. You know what? I want to make sure those beastmen are dead.
Say so, Beedling. I'm going.
Do you know who I am?
Alright. Thorgrim. Awesome. We can get there right now. And we will colonize.
To war.
What do we have here? Ooh, Ancient Bloodline. That's really good, but it's very local. That's okay. When we're invading Ulthuan, it'll come in handy. What do we have here? Yeah, we're going to want to wait a couple turns until we get these units all back. Well, no, actually. I want to rush to Gorgazan. So no, we're not going to wait to restore those units. We'll recruit when we get there. We got plenty of time to wait, because all these units are going to be building up too in the meantime. You can get Indomitable. Wait a second, did I? No, they only have one set of Scarred Veteran. I thought they had two for some reason. I must have been confusing multiple sets. Because, yeah, the Lords have the HP boosting skill in the first tree, so that's what I was confused about. Let's make ourselves another one of those Prospector's Spyglasses to give to that other guy. So much of these now. Just from buildings and characters every turn, I'm gaining, let's see, 37 every turn of Oath Gold.
Armed and ready.
That's pretty darn good. That means every 10 turns I can get a legendary item. Though I think I've pretty much forged all of them at this point. It doesn't say. No, I don't think I've forged Starbreaker yet. In any case. Alright, that's it. So after Rome Total War and the Barbarian Invasion, Medieval 2, and that remains to this day my favorite Total War game, simply because it had so much versatility. It's also like the only Total War game where the AI doesn't cheat in the base game, which is kind of weird, but kind of refreshing. Because it is frustrating for like factions with just one city to be able to have like 4 armies, like what she's probably doing over here. No, I won't ally with you. And I played Medieval 2 more than almost every game. I can't even count how many hours I've played. Because here's the thing, I got it on CD-ROM when it first came out, and I played it, I don't even have any idea how many hundreds of hours. And then the next game after that, I got it again on Steam, and it was divided into the base game and Kingdoms initially. So I played it for Kingdoms for a very, very long time, because that's where you could get mods. And I love the mods. There's so many incredible mods for Medieval 2, like Third Age Total War, which I'm probably going to play for my next Let's Play. And then Steam modified it so that Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms and Medieval 2 Total War, the base game, they were all combined into one. So then that kind of erased the hours that I had in the Kingdoms expansion. So now I'm back up to like 300 hours in the modified version. So it's probably close to 1,000 hours actually, I think, which is kind of horrifying and awesome to say at the same time. In this game, Total War Warhammer 2, I have like 600 hours because it's one of my favorites of the more recent games. Sure. I don't want to fight you. You don't want to fight me. Pass on through. So after Medieval 2, what came out next? It wasn't Rome 2. Oh no, it was Empire. Empire was a weird one. I never really liked it. I wasn't a huge fan of that time period either. Like the 1800s. And I didn't actually get Napoleon Total War until it was on sale recently. So I wasn't just a huge fan of those games. But I did get the Native American expansion for the Empire Total War. And after Empire was when Shogun 2 came out, and I got that one too. I wasn't very good at Shogun 2. I remember I won as the Oda clan, which is the one where you just spam Ashigaru, the peasant units. And that worked fine, I guess. No! You monsters! Ah! Hopefully it gets rebellioned or something. That was my territory. Well, after we finished with the elves, you're next, Border Princes.
What do you want?
Okay. I did get the Fall of the Samurai recently. I wasn't very good at that one either. I don't know what it was about the mechanics in that game. It just didn't jive with me. And then Rome 2 came out, and that was a huge disappointment initially, I remember. It had so many unaddressed bugs. That was the biggest issue. But I had a lot of fun with it for a while, but I haven't been able to go back to it since Attila came out. Attila Total War was so much of an improvement. I know it wasn't that popular for some reason, but personally I thought Attila was a fantastic game. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just hold off here. You don't have cannons, but you do. So we'll just switch. And after Rome 2, I didn't really get any of the DLC for Rome 2 as I recall, because I was kind of annoyed by its system. I got the free LC, of course, but I haven't been able to go back to it because I thought Attila was so much of a better game. I played a ton of Attila Total War as almost all of the factions. I won as Western Rome on very hard difficulty, which was one of my proudest achievements, I think, as a Total War player.
My anger burns bright.
Okay. And I did get the Age of Charlemagne DLC, which was exceptionally good. I highly recommend the Age of Charlemagne DLC for Attila if you can get a chance. It basically anticipated a lot of the changes that would come before Warhammer in a lot of ways. Simplified building chains, because that was one of the problems with Attila. It was so ambitious, but it got a little bit dragged down in the minor details, which I thought was really engaging. But for a lot of players, it's not what they were looking for. You know, they don't always want that. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Alright. And after Attila, Warhammer 1 came out, and I loved it so much, because I played Warhammer Tabletop for many years. On the tabletop, I played High Elves, and Warriors of Chaos, and Tomb Kings, and for a while, Dwarves. I ended up selling that army, though. I miss them sometimes. They were all purple. So if you're someone who bought a purple dwarf army on eBay at some point, that was probably from me. What else? Oh, right. Warhammer 2 came out, of course. That's what I'm playing right now. And Three Kingdoms. I was really looking forward to Three Kingdoms. I've been hoping they would do a China Total War for an extremely long time, honestly, but something about it, I'm pretty sure, like, if Three Kingdoms had come out after Attila with no gap in between, it would have been revolutionary. Everyone would have been talking about it. It would have been like the top game ever. I think it ended up losing out a lot in the Total War community, especially, I know a lot of it was because they want to get into the Chinese gamer market. And they had incredible success, as well they should. And credit to them for doing it in a way that worked well with people, resonated with people. But the gameplay was not as fun as Warhammer, because it doesn't have magic. It doesn't have these asymmetrical factions that still have so much balance between them. It's the asymmetry of the Warhammer games that make them so fun. And that's why I stick with Warhammer 2 way more than I play Three Kingdoms. I've never beaten a kingdom campaign with Three Kingdoms yet. I haven't been able to manage it. I just like, I'm playing this, but I could be playing Warhammer 2. So it never ends up panning out. Maybe in the future I'll reinstall it and try to finish a campaign on a Let's Play. It depends. I've got a lot going on in life. When I get home, I'm just like, I don't want to do anything else but finish dinner and stream. So here I am. All right. All right, we had a lot of success last time by doing a stopgap solution, but this time they're going to try to rush the front. So let's meet them with Quarrelers. These are savage orcs, so they have effectively no armor in all of their units. They've got a little bit, but not enough for it to really matter. They're basically just naked orcs who tattoo themselves, and that gives them magical resistance. So only magical weapons can pierce through that physical resistance, it's called, technically. So those two, it doesn't make a difference whether we're really using the Quarrelers. Well, technically the Quarrelers actually are more effective against them than Thunderers, because they're designed for armor piercing, and they're really good at that. But that's not what we're up against right now, so gonna place them to do maximum damage as the enemy comes forward.
Thunderous!
Okay.
For the ancestor gods!
Alright, you guys are gonna hold back here in case anyone tries to seize this area. You're just gonna nuke them with your flamethrowers.
Iron breakers!
And what I learned from last time is that if you have iron breakers on the wall, no one's taking that wall. No matter what they do, no matter how hard they fight, the iron breakers will hold the line. These guys will be the backup here in case they break through the gate. And knowing the way this game works, they probably will. Up the general right there. And
Bring death on them!
we'll have the organ guns here too, just in case something
Iron
happens.
dregs!
In fact, let's stagger this a bit so that we don't have any friendly fire. What else? Oh yes, blasting charges miners. In fact, let's put them in front of this line down here.
For the ancestors! Vengeance! Thane!
That way they can mess anyone up who tries to come through.
Miners! Dull!
Alright, that's a good formation. Nobody's getting through this gate, even though it's a very rickety orc gate. Let's see. Let's just target the savage orcs. Those are all big guns, so it doesn't really matter who you're attacking. Attack the savage orcs. Oh no, attack the Ara boys. Archers are freaking annoying. Alright, now we can fire. I pity the orcs who are just running into all this. Oh, that is not the brightest plan.
Vengeance brigade!
Yeah, see, they're not able to last very long against sustained fire. And these aren't like black orcs, they're not going to be able to do much on the walls. Not against dwarven infantry. Yeah, see, they're getting hit by archers and they're just not caring. They're so good. Okay, so they're up there. That could actually cause some trouble, so let's send some intercepting forces up to deal with them. It looks like they don't know to go to the gate. They're just sitting there. Ah, yes, the legendary AI. Watch out, the computers are going to replace us all as they sit here and do nothing. Or is it all part of some master plan? I don't know. Let's wait and find out. Oh, I've lost one iron breaker over here. They've got 130 armor base. That's going to increase even more when I finish my current research. And 68 melee defense. They're practically unkillable in combat. That's the general, too. Let's send our Thane over there to deal with him. They're gonna flee before they even get to use their siege weapon, or siege engine. It just destroyed itself, okay. Alright, alright, I guess they're just gonna do this. This isn't actually doing that well. Alright, now they're doing fine, I'm sure. Slayers just never do well, no matter what I try. Should get rid of them before we actually end up having this battle against the elves, because they will not last a second against elves. No matter how appropriate it would be to have Slayers trying to avenge the dead of the War of Vengeance. There we go. Alright, let's just have them fire away at them as they flee. Okay. Alright. How many Iron Breakers did we lose? 18 and 2. Yeah, see what I tell you. No matter what they do, they can't hand a candle. So hold it. They can't hold a candle to Iron Breakers. Dem's good dowies. Okay, we won. Close? You think that was close? I didn't even lose 10% of my forces. Are you kidding me? Alright, whatever. See, the best thing about this is this wasn't even an army. This was just the garrison. Did I have 3 Iron Breakers in that battle? I swear one of them is long. I guess I did. Weird. But yeah, this is just a garrison. They would need at minimum 2 stacks to even stand a chance of taking that city. And even then, I'd be like, if it was Savage Orcs, I'm pretty sure I would be able to hold it. So yeah, don't worry too much about this settlement. I bet I could hold off a Chaos stack with this army. Thingrim Candoom. Beat Grutshod Tiefraba. The orcs trade in a currency called Tief. It's pretty good. Though Tief technically means anything that is of value. Let's release captives. Because that's money. And who knows when I'm going to need this 100k. You never know. You never know. More money? Sure, why not? Nope, not that one. Let's rebuild Gorgazon. Okay, good. They are going to have a rebellion. That's what I'm hoping for.
Move the throne.
And now we're in that city, so they don't stand a chance. So yeah, if they lose that city, I'll be able to reclaim it for the dwarves. Grombrindal's going to want more Iron Breakers than that, I think. Yeah, because while the hammers are fantastic against an Elven army, you want Iron Breakers. Seriously. Yeah, let's hold off. They're all set though, so they can start heading north.
leaving.
Yeah, it's probably best to leave this up while the Chaos Invasion is still active in both of these. Well, wherever I have the Slayer settlements.
Master of runecraft. Casting the runes. Rune-licking.
I've got one more grudge, and that's these guys. Almost there. Almost ready to launch that invasion. I almost just want to spam Thanes so that I can have scouts. Yeah, actually, that's a fantastic idea. I should do that. It looks like Khalida's actually expanding down there. Though I doubt she'll be able to maintain any momentum against the last defenders. Lizardmen just outrank. When the Tomb King's quality of units is tied to the number of settlements that they control. So when she only has 2, one which she just captured, it's mostly going to be armies of skeletons, and skeletons are ground to powder by Saurus warriors.
Any longer than you must.
No, I will not ally with you. I'm not allying with anyone in the Southlands. Talabackland is somehow still alive. I don't think it's worth it. Really? It's a rebellion, they're suicidal. They'll just throw themselves against my walls. Dwarfs are expert armorers, both as creators and wearers. They have the skills to fashion it and the sturdy frames to bear its weight. +5 armor to all infantry, which, knowing my army, is effectively the entire army.
Let's march.
And that's easy.
The High King acts.
And for the first time in forever, the Book of Grudges has been totally cleared. Got all of these pages of grudges that have happened throughout the entire campaign, and they're all gone. Oh, that's satisfying. Alright, what do we got here?
Here's axe thirsts.
Rune of Wrath and Ruin. That'll be good because elves are fast. Plus 3% missile damage to all units in the Lord's army? Yes, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. What we're missing here is... Oh, I can recruit Iron Breakers here. But I need Rangers. Oh, actually I can recruit them right up there for less time.
I agree. Throw bearers. Let's march.
Ah, they brought their army back there. Okay. Well, here's how this is gonna go. 2 turns until that. Oh, good. That I'll be able to build that up as quick as possible then.
Armed and ready. Vengeful.
You can go here and wait for everyone else to join you so that you can head out.
The High King
Okay, time to get some more items for our intrepid dwarves. More liquid fortification with the Iron Warden's tankard. These dwarves is gonna get crunk.
What?
Way better than the potion. Is anyone missing an item? Nope, it looks like everyone has items. Okay, on that note, let's recruit us some Thanes. Oh, I can only get one. Well, I'll get one then. And it's going to be the best darn Thane ever. Specialist and... yeah, Garrison. Garrison harassment is good. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna check. Yeah, they're not as good. None of these things are things I can really use for agents. So he's gonna go out here. I'm gonna wait to make contact until my armies are in position, so that they don't have time to reinforce it with armies.
Can I help you? Getting out of here.
Right, 4 turns for them, and then they'll be ready to head out.
I answer to clan and hold.
And you're gonna get 1 cannon before you leave too, so it'll all even out. And then we'll be ready to head out. How is growth in all of these regions? It's unbearably slow. Karak-Osgal, you need full walls. This place will rebel soon. It won't last long. That's good because I don't want people declaring war on me over it. Alright.
Greetings, honorable ally.
We're not allies. They just want to be allies. Just gotta remind myself that with that 20% base weapon strength from being the White Dwarf against elves, I think that alone will make the Iron Breakers be able to defeat anything in melee against the High Elves, even if it's Phoenix Guard. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this.
Sigmas.
They're not friends with the Empire, so I'm gonna say no, just in case.
All here are honored.
Uh-oh, Chaos has already invaded them. Nope, I do not want to ally with you. You're not going to exist much longer as a significant power.
Are honored
Nope. Okay. Where are they? Oh, way up there. That's okay.
Master of runecraft. I am the White Dwarf.
Alright. What room is that? Oh yeah, managers.
Retake the realms.
So here,
The runes are cast.
they're going to
Forwards.
start recruiting some rangers. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to those gyrocopters. They'll be a good experiment to see if they're useful. And hopefully it'll take the other armies long enough so that I can get that quest battle in too. Yeah, that is actually a really good idea.
That I suppose so.
Let's send you out to recruit treasures if we can. That'll level you up a bit too, since you're lower level.
Heading out.
And we got a ton of money from that.
Vengeful Rune Lord. I'll get on it. Armed and ready.
Alright, what do we got here? I got a ton of iron breakers, so actually let's get that. Grimnir's heirs. Since the whole point of the Rune Lord is that they're not going to be that strong in fighting. These bonuses these runes give them pretty good bonuses to fighting actually, but they're mostly there to buff the other guys.
Long is mustard.
Alright, what about our neighbors?
Onward. And what can
Are
the
they
Dali
friendly
do for
enough
you
yet?
on this vote?
Nope, even at 245, they're still not willing to let me into their lands.
I stand. Have you come to pledge me your loyalty?
I can't believe Beligar is still sitting there with one city.
Greetings. You no doubt have a request.
Let's see.
Dark are these times, and I
Since
am
they're on the way to
Morgiana,
Ulthuan,
Faint-
it might be worth it. They're trading with Trace, but I haven't found them yet.
Yes.
Empire, you're strong.
It is good to
You
see
wanna be
our
even better
allies of
friends?
the mountains.
Oh my god, really?
No, no.
Alright. Will you be my ally for 50k?
We cannot.
No. Will you be my ally for 75k?
I will not obey.
No. Will you be my ally for 100k?
Very well.
Yes. That's like half my treasury because I'm so unbearably rich at this point in the campaign. So now we're military allies with the strongest faction in the game. So whenever we declare war on Elven factions, they will hopefully follow us along.
What?
Ostland can
Approach
also
your
trade with
friend
us.
and make your offer.
Of course.
Alright, cool. That's extra money in the bank. Unfortunately, we have
Guardian of the
now
Phoenix
noticed
Crown.
that there are elves here,
Your
and
presence is
all
not
elves must
appreciated,
die.
So be quick with your request.
Oh, no, not that. Where's declare war? There it is. Call allies to help. Yeah. So, Empire, you're now at war with the elves.
The dwarfs need me.
I'm worried that I'm going to screw the AI during the Chaos Invasion by giving them too many allies in the other direction. Oh well, that's for them to figure out. So Lothern and Nagarite are the only major High Elven factions left. What about the weaker ones? This turn bar is actually one way of cheating to see which factions are alive still on the map. But that might also have meant that Lutherans just confederated all of them, which is also worrisome. If they're steamrolling out there, that could end up being an issue. Well, no. It'll just make this campaign real interesting, because the way this geography is working out, the High Elves would have to maneuver in a really weird way to invade us. And by that point, we'll already have built up an entire another set of throngs to face them. Because I'm hoping by the time I make it all the way to Ulthuan, that I will have all of these major cities maxed out with maximum recruitment capabilities too. So, here's hoping, right? Seriously? I can see them? How? How can I see them way out there? Is Bordalo a vassal of the Empire? That's what I want to know. I'm so glad that Empire finally got a huge buff. They needed it so badly. Since the first game, honestly. They finally play the way... I was playing as the Golden Order for a while, and I really like that faction. The Golden Order is a ton of fun, and they start right at the edge of the Empire, right down here. It's so much fun.
Welcome, King.
They're offering military access of their own volition. Yes. Yes, absolutely. This is a historic day in the history of the Karazhan Corps. I'm hoping that means they'll want to confederate soon, because then I can get Karaz-a-Karak and all those fantastic global faction bonuses. Yeah, the only dwarf factions I really want to confederate are Clan Angrand, Karak Kadrin, both for those legendary lords, and Karak Azul for the legendary settlement, effectively.
For clan honor.
Alright, you got one more turn.
Grimnir's axe.
You're almost restored. Alright, what do we got here? Y'all need to move south.
I'm here now.
Yeah, there's storms right here, so it's not a good idea. As you can see, it would have caused a lot of attrition to that poor army.
What do you want?
Alright, Sven, you've almost got your army back up. They don't have anything, but you can recruit cannon here, so we'll just recruit cannons here. Morik, no. Alright, Agro Migdal, we definitely want you built up. In case any beastmen or savage orc tribes come marauding through here. We're so close. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty bad storm that's hitting poor Barakvar right there. Gotta say. I don't think I'll ever be able to get the rune axe of Grombrindal at this rate. But that's okay, I have Elfbane. I can't ally with you because you once declared war on me. I can't trust you. I'll confederate you because then you'll cease to exist as an independent state. But before then, no. You don't get that chance. That's still Talabackland in the mountains up there. I'm not going to coordinate war targets with the Empire against Ulthuan, though, because I want them to be focusing on the Chaos Invasion. I don't want and the vampires to keep them contained. Either of those things could end up jeopardizing my whole campaign. That's why I need the Empire to stick around, for now at least. Alright. What do we got here? You are closest to the capital, so we'll build you up. Okay, Grombrindal.
I go where I'm needed. Words.
Alright, Axe of Grimnir quest. Let's do it. Even odds? Are you sure? Alright, let's find out. Speed will win the day here, not always a dwarven characteristic, but perhaps recent innovations will plug that gap. In any case, those filthy, groby magic users are making some ritual. They must be disrupted, and quickly, or no doubt tougher reinforcements will follow. Alright, so it looks like we need gyrocopters.
Behold, the stone fruits of the Engineers Guild's labor. New flying gyro machines will take to the air. Let me assure my traditionalist brethren within the guild that Morgrim himself would be pleased with this innovation. Now, let us test them against the eternal enemy, the ones who have more entries in the great book of grudges than any other, the orcs. See how the green-skin filth flock round that vile pillar. Let us wipe them out. So confident am I in these new machines that I forsake my axe, and will not take it up again until victory is secured here. I do this in the knowledge that those orcs will soon be corpses scattering the battlefield. Let us be about this.
Iron breakers!
Alright.
Dull!
Actually,
Our fire undimmed!
these are just goblins, so screw it.
Vengeance!
Grudge thrower!
Actually, yeah, we should all be together.
For the High King! Cannon! Vengeance! Yes!
And Runesmith and Flamers.
War of vengeance! Take them down!
Blanch fast!
Where are these enemies coming from? Okay, let's...
Iron breakers!
Oh, crap.
Grudge thrower! Cannon! Fang! Killers!
Yeah, that's a whole other army over there. Crap.
This one
Crap.
is fire!
Okay.
Go through! We are relentless! Vengeance! Iron breakers! For the Kellenantor! Fire on the foe! No shoddy contraptions here! Satisfy the grudge!
Oh, this is so many different flanks to cover. Alright, you all should start shooting over here at those black orcs.
Iron breakers! It is a reckoning! Rage fire! Rage fast! Kill the old splitters! Fire on the foe! Take it! Iron breakers! Yes! Yes! Blow through! Kill them! Ward of vengeance! Runes of spellbreaking! Ah! Master engineer! Reloading! Kill herbs! Crush thrower!
Yeah, those are black orcs, alright.
Demand blood! Nothing can stop us!
So where are the other ones? That's what I want to know.
Gyro bullet! There is no greater authority! Kazoo! Iron breakers! Right far, right fast! For the ancestor gods! Attack! Runesmith! Get moving! It is an order! Father's blessing on us!
Oh, they're all over here, okay.
Fire the foe! Got! War of vengeance! The runes are cast! For the ancestors! That'll do! Fire on the foe! Handbreakers! Get in close!
That was apparently not one of the goblin shamans, but okay.
Ancestors! Get in close! Move! Charge!
It looks like we're starting to win. That's not a shaman either. Where the heck are they? What the heck? I'm so confused. Where are they? I guess I have to like run them off the edge of the map for it to count. Enemy lord is dead. That's a good sign. Yeah, they're all fleeing. Alright, it looks like we won. Okay. I don't know what was going on in that fight. That was weird. I think they might have been hiding somewhere on the map, but I'm not sure. Uh-oh, it looks like I lost a unit of rangers too. Well, it's worth it for the XP because I can just train more.
Forwards!
Alright, we got the Axe of Grimnir, which reduces all of his units' upkeep, gives him bonus to armor piercing damage, a bonus versus large, bonus to melee attack, he has magical attacks, and a recruitment penalty, which is a good thing. A bonus to recruitment costs, and post-battle loot too, so it's real good. I'm excited.
Viking axe.
Alright, what do we have here? That's good, but I'm not using longbeards or hammers in this army. That, however, is really good. Can I only get one? Advanced forging? Yes, please. In his noble, avowed quest to return Karazhan-Kor to its former glories, Thorgrim has commissioned research into new and improved engineering and runecraft. That's real good. And fire support. That's also real good. In fact, it's so good that I think I can get an engineer for this army. Let's see. Yeah, right here. But they won't have a level bonus, so I'll recruit him here. Why not? I'll get that one. Ooh, increasing that mobility will help us a lot, I think. Alright, let's give charge bonus because there's literally nothing else to buy in this skill tree. Nothing there. These guys need to recruit. Oh, let's move them into the Dragonborn mines. You know what? I keep calling them that, so I'm just going to rename the city that. It's now the Dragonborn mines. Fusroda.
Good. Grimnir's axe thirsts.
My anger burns.
You're still there. Is that blood? Is that a biblical reference? Like the... Oh yeah, the river ran with blood because of Nagash. It was corrupted. I don't think that's been there, though. Is this only something that happens on high graphics? Maybe. I don't know. It's really cool. I like it a lot. It's a neat addition to the corrupted Egypt aesthetic of that region in the Hekara.
What orders?
Nope, don't want anything there. We got a little steamship.
Welcome, friends of the...
No, I'm not allying with you. You're dragging me into a million wars. No matter how many factions have been eliminated or assimilated at this point, these end turns still take forever. I think it's because the factions just get bigger. Seriously? Well, the good news is the Chaos Invasion hasn't made it that far. They've only sacked Prague. Looks like the defenders of the Great Plan are destroyed though, which is sad. Nakai is such a cool lord. Alright. When Thorgrim declared the new age of retribution, his intention was that it would be founded on a new, renewed spirit of cooperation between the remaining dwarf holds. For too long have the dwarfs been weakened by often bloody grudge feuds between their kings. As High King, Thorgrim will put a stop to this, even if his axe must do the talking. Wait. Oh, yeah. That means there's more reinforcements for the... Yeah, own the entirety of 4 provinces. Okay. Move the character to the Giant Home Mountains? I hate quests that do that. I seriously hate them. Alright. We're gonna go here and recruit a runesmith to handle that because we have so many excess of them.
You summoned me.
And you, my friend, are gonna go to the Giant Home Mountains. Where are the Giant Home Mountains? These ones. Okay. Krakadrak. Which is under Bretonian control. Oh, if I take that I can get a special building. I'm such a sucker for those special buildings. They're so neat.
I'll see it done. My axe. Scrunt. Words. Armed and ready.
Alright, all these armies are ready to roll out. Morik, you're gonna get Grimnir's heirs. Oh wait, you can get an Anvil of Doom. Yes, please. My income is now 22222.
Rune Lord.
Yeah. Cool. It looks just like... Oh, that's kind of lazy that they put it on dwarves, and it looks just like Thorgrim's thing, but I still like it. It says eyes glowing red. It certainly looks like it.
Out.
They're about to rebel, so we'll just destroy that building. And get the money back, and then we're not suffering at all for what we're about to sacrifice. Alright, since you have already been recruited before, we're going to make you the one we leave behind.
I'll get on it.
You are the one who will have an army set up here in case something happens. where we need a rapid response force. I swear I'm favoring rune lords above any other kind of lord at this point, but I just really like them, okay? Don't blame me.
I have the forge fires glowing.
And I'm going to get another one of those just to give to him or her. Durgan Mountain Fast. Yeah, it's impossible to tell what a dwarf's gender is by looking at them. They all present exactly the same way. Go faster! I'm pressing the button to make him go faster and it's not working. Yeah, they're even public order, so I can't tax them yet. Not until they're fully fortified. Oh, seriously? Oh, seriously, I get a grudge for that? Oh. I'll send that auxiliary army down there when the time comes to get rid of that grudge. You know, I hadn't thought of that. I'll just let them take it and then I'll raise the settlement. Either that or one of the other factions down there will crush it. I hope that 100k that I gave to the Empire does something to improve the AI's recruitment pattern so that they can get a big enough army to fight off chaos. Because seriously, they better fight off chaos. I don't doubt that they will. The chaos. I remember when Mortal Empires was first released, when Warhammer 2 came out, like a month or two after, and the Chaos Invasion was totally broken. It would just like run roughshod over everything, and it would be as desperate a fight as it was in the Vortex campaign. And they completely ignored every other faction but you, and they would just try to pursue you to death. And it wasn't fun because it's not coming from the Chaos Wastes in the far north. So I'm very glad that they ended up changing it so that it would be more in line with the lore of how the Chaos Invasions are supposed to function. Alright, so you're gonna go there.
Send me to vengeance.
Runic parrying looks good. Melee defense is one of my favorite of the stats.
Aye. The runes are cast. Retake the realms.
Are they just gonna permanently keep an army stationed there? I mean, that's fine, it makes my borders more secure, but still, seriously.
Craft.
I am the White Dwarf, Lord of Clan Morgrim. Lord of Clan Morgrim. Ready to do the guild's bidding. Let us move.
You summoned me. Arcane winds under control.
You are gonna go all the way up to Karkadrak. Who knows how many turns that'll take you. And honestly, they're cheap enough that I think I'll just leave him up there in case there's more stupid quests that make me go to the other side of the map. And we're going to have our forge-proven armor just in time to engage with the elves, so that's a good thing. Yeah, the Empire's real strong. I am glad that we're friends. Very good friends. What's Trace up to? Oh! The Empire did invade Ulthuan! That's amazing! And they raised a settlement, so they had to resettle it. Ah, that's beautiful. First they killed the Wood Elves for me in Athel-Loren, and then they invade Ulthuan itself. I don't think the Empire could launch a full-scale invasion of Ulthuan, though. Not with Chaos looming. What faction's up there? Kadrin took over Kislev! Oh, that's great! That's great. No, I'm not gonna ally with you. I'm not interested in Jifbar. Well, at least the Slayers are holding off the Chaos invasion in the north. That's reassuring. Ooh, that's... I hope that lasts long enough for us to get into a battle with the elves.
On my way. Onward. Very well. Move in. For the Karazhan Corps. How can I help? This way, Father. I'll do it. Woman.
What do you want?
Alright, you get more requisition. More ammo is always useful. I can't think of a situation in which more ammo is not useful.
Simple. Master of Runecraft.
Yeah, I'll keep these as emergency reinforcements for during the invasion.
Yes. Aye.
Let's head out this way to see if we can get more trade partners. And... let's definitely get that. And honestly... my trade income is so great at this point that this is actually more valuable than anything else we could build. Alright. Wait. 2% faction-wide? No, I'm just gonna build more Tinkerers. I'm definitely gonna build one in the capital here, though. Alright, end of turn. faction encountered Lothern. It is done. They're seriously. I like that they added little explanations for how things work. I can't wait until we get to see the Darklands in Warhammer 3. I'm so ready. Alright, where are you headed off to, Trace? Empire's just like, whatever, we're just gonna explore this place.
I have no time for
Helmut Feuerbach. Let's see. You're at war with them too, so I'll just stay at war with you. I don't care.
follow Dowie.
Because I love you, I will do it, but not for money. Alright, then it's not meant to be. At least they've never declared war on me like the other dwarves. Well, I don't think... No, Clan Angrand hasn't declared war on me, if I recall correctly. Yeah, like, if I invaded through Mistnar, that's not a good place to launch an invasion. With the aid of runesmiths, new armored suits have been developed to withstand high temperatures as well as enemy strikes. So my iron breakers are all but invincible at this point. Let's see.
Who calls me? Our enemies shall tremble.
Yes.
You can have that. There we go. Yeah, that bonus to research is actually fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna get this army over here.
I'm off.
I think I'll have one more turn before we finish, right before we launch the invasion, because I've been spending all this entire episode getting all set up. And then I'll just go to get the top tier research for the military. And then I'll see what else to get to in the meantime. Who can we level up? Chase down some elves.
Iron-willed. The High King acts.
Missile damage, always a good bonus. Grombrindal's there. Welcome's there.
You know who I am? What?
Sven, Morik.
Master of runecraft. Master engineer.
This guy's got to
and
catch up, but
substance.
he can honestly just catch up on the sea. Alright, next turn they're gonna all head out, and that's when we will begin the next episode.
Clan honor.
Hang on. You gotta go down here first.
Let's move.
How to make contact with these guys. Alright, what do we got here?
One rag. My throat
They don't want to confed.
Aye, am Iron Fist.
They might confederate. Let's see.
You are welcome here.
Should I do that though? No, they're much more valuable. Honestly, I don't like the Slayer King. He doesn't have any armor. Let's just leave them.
Have you come to pledge me your
And they
loyalty?
won't. Okay. Knights of Oreo.
Valiant Lord.
Knights of Oreo. Nah, they're not
Lord
helpful.
of
But
Mounted
these
folk,
folks,
the lady has always
we
respected
definitely
your
want them.
ancestors. Let's hope we come to an accommodation.
How much money will you give me to be friendly?
Agreed.
Oh, excellent. So they're allied with the Empire, so this is purely beneficial.
By the light of the lake.
And
Let
the
the
Bretonians
supplicant come
themselves.
forward.
Alright, Louis, how much are you gonna pay me to have access to these quality dwarven markets? Oh, neat. Oh, I like this. I like this guy. Seriously? Are they gonna give me all of their money? They gave me their entire treasury to trade with me. That's incredible. What about Carcassonne? Are they friendlier now?
Morgiana, Fey Enchantress of Berton. If you desire
Oh,
it.
awesome. Everyone's friendlier now.
At your
Lothern.
service.
Ha! In a different world, we
I
could have
will
been
hear your
friends, but
words,
let's
but
take
I
a
make
quick
no
look to
promises
see
of aid.
how big their empire is on the map. So they confederated with the Order of Lore Masters down there. They don't have too much territory in Lustria. That's good. That's very good for us. I can't tell. I don't think they control that territory. Doesn't look like it. And they control that. Nothing down here. And nothing up there. Okay. So they're not as big as they could have been. That's good. Call allies to help. Empire joined me. It's on. The War of the Beard. Fool, do you expect us to tremble before you? No, I expect you to bow before me right before we lop off your heads. And turned so that the game saves because it is legendary difficulty. I can't manually save here. Head north, young Dowie.
No.
Oh, seriously. That's what I hate about the AI pathfinding. They just like, oh, there's something in the way. Let's stop instead of finding a way around. Alright, so officially we are at war with the High Elves.
All here are honored dwarfkin.
No. Okie dokie. I'm so excited to actually invade Ulthuan. I haven't ever done this in a campaign before as the dwarves. Um, I'm practically giddy. I can't wait to do this next time we play. Probably tomorrow, because that's one of my days of rest. I have been playing the Outer Worlds lately, but I got kind of distracted with this campaign. Outer Worlds is a great game, by the way. If you have the money lying around, I highly recommend it. Oh, crap. Even more chaos. But it looks like the Empire has like 4 or 5 armies out there. So that army's not long for this world. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's okay. That's okay. They just destroyed a Elven city up there, so it'll be weaker by the time we get there. That's good. Thank you, Umgi. You're doing good to help us with our war, but leave the important ones for us. This is our fight. Yeah. I'm a little sad that I didn't get to attack the Oak of Ages myself. That would have been pretty iconic. But you know what? I think it's fine. It saves time and it lets us focus on the real thing, because Valenwood was never going to be able to resist us. It would just be annoying. It's just annoying to invade Valenwood, and that's the point. But Ulthuan's a challenge, and I am so ready. So ready. After we take out Ulthuan, we'll mop up the Lustrian colony of High Elves, and then we'll move on to the Dark Elves. And then that'll be it. Yeah, those are the only other Elven factions. Okay, on that note, we're just going to end here. So I will see you next time on Sarasi Plays Total War Warhammer 2, The War of the Beard.